Hi guys, it's Lana and welcome back to my channel for another video. Now I don't know if you recognise this background behind me, but I am at Blenheim Palace for the Blenheim Palace International Horse Trials Media Day. Now today's going to be such a good day. We're going to have a course walk, get a sneaky peek at what our combinations will be jumping at the end of the week, and then we have also got a palace tour. So it's going to be so much fun. I am so looking forward to seeing all the sneaky bits and giving you guys an exclusive. So let's get cracking. So the first thing about Blenheim Palace was the sheer size of it. I felt like I'd walked into a scene from Downton Abbey or Bridgerton or some sort of nonsense. But it looked absolutely amazing and I was so excited to be spending the day on the grounds. So first we had a talk with event director James Gower, Katrina Midgley and David Evans, the course designer, before we all packed off into Isuzu pickup trucks for the day, which was so cool, as we went off to go and do the course walk. Now this was going to be so cool because we were able to get transported in a little convoy of trucks and we would get to see all the fences up close and personal, so I was super excited. So as we were going round, each truck had a walkie-talkie which was connected to David, and as he was driving he was also talking into the walkie-talkie. I mean, look here, you can see the start box getting built. How cool is that? But David had a walkie-talkie, and as we were going around he was talking us through each of the fences, what number they were and how they would place in each of the courses and what technicalities they had. And I have to say, some of these jumps were huge, and that was before all the frilly bits and the brushes were put in and all sorts of stuff like that. Then also you can see here we've got the beginnings of what is going to be all the shopping and the trade stands. So you know there's going to be some fantastic shops that are going to be there, like Fairfax and Favour, E-Glove, Albion. There's going to be loads there, including some arena eventing that we just saw in that one there. And then we've also got some more jumps along here before we finally came to the water jump, where David was going to get out and tell us a little bit about it.
Or doing the dressing, I'll quite often just grab a peg from the side because it gives you a good indicator of the moisture underneath. It's not the most technical of things that we use, but it is actually a very good way of just walking along. And sometimes when I walk the whole course, I will actually take a peg with me and just jab it in now and again. If everybody wants to have a little go on that, just put a little bit of weight on it and it actually just feels like butter. Yeah. Then some parts will verti-drain, which is a machine that goes along and it goes into the ground with a couple of long tines, just lifts the ground a little bit, so it gives it that nice cushion that the horses like. Being able to take the short, the Champion 8 and 9, on further up onto the lint side, it means that I can use in and out the woods a little bit more, which you'll see when we're up there, which I think is more challenging and much more interesting for the young horses, rather than just going there. So this year I have the first combination, which is just two. There'll be brush fences, there'll be maximum, it's on a 4, it's not a forward 4, and that's just because then they'll jump one roll top and they'll be straight down to the water. With the crowds everywhere and the flags everywhere, you know, that's hopefully just helping to set them up for what they have down at the water.
So after David gave us an incredibly informative chat about the water and the jumps and how he designs the courses and what his process is, I thought it was long overdue for a quick chat with him. Hello everyone, it's Alana Clark and I'm at the Blenheim Palace International Horse Trials Media Day with David Evans, who's been designing the course. How are you doing today, David?
Yeah, good actually. Is it afternoon? I think it still might be morning, but anyway, there we go. Yeah,
it's a nice sunny hot day, so our brains are fried. Right then, so you've been designing this course since about 2016, is that correct?
Yeah, 2016, 2017. I started with the Young Horse Championship, and then the next year took the long over, and actually been working at on the horse trial site for 30 years probably, or just under 30 years. So it's always very exciting to be here, and with the new organisers, Katrina and Stable Events, trying to make different changes. It's just all exciting stuff, you know. And designing here, there are changes this year. There probably aren't as many as we would normally do, because last year was a big change with the new water jump and bits and pieces we did. There are, combinations changed here and there, or one of my favourite combinations is 4A, B, C on the long format.
So that's one to keep an eye out for then.
Well, yeah, no, I'll just always keep that type of fence there, because I like it. It's a good opener for people to ride and know that, this is what it should be for the rest of the course, and it gives us an indication, or them an indication about their horses as well.
Yeah.
So very excited. Can't wait.
So you've obviously got a lot of passion for the place and doing it after so many years. What has been your biggest challenge with Blenheim over the years?
I think one of the challenges here is the ground, because today it's walking absolutely superb, and we can keep it, superb. Last year it was very golden, very dry, so we had to spend an awful lot of money on watering all the time. So that's always the biggest challenge. And you know what? Sometimes you can't do right for doing wrong. But we do try our hardest to have it, the premium foot in here. But the water does go away quickly because it's like a limestone brash underneath the soil.
That's good then.
We've just got to keep all the time walking it, and then trying to improve it where we can.
Yeah. And then building the course this year, what do you think is going to be causing the most trouble? The biggest challenge for our horse and rider combinations that we'll be riding on Saturday?
Well, it's quite a difficult one to answer that, because I never go out to design and
trick people.
Design, they're all the combinations for AB, the one on the South Lawn, the one we'll see later on. They're all there to test horse and rider to see if they're ready to go to the next level.
Yeah.
So I never have in my mind that there'll be one that's trickier than others.
Yeah.
We just want to get them ready for the next level.
Yeah. Well, that's really nice, and that's really encouraging for the horse and riders as well, because we've got the young horses doing this sort of thing as well.
Yeah.
Which is really good.
We just try and be fair, and so it's readable for the horses and the riders when they're going at that speed. Because it's totally different when they walk a track to then ride it.
Yeah.
So you just want to be able for the horses also to recognise where the flags are and what they're being asked.
Yeah.
So they're big and bold, technical, but rideable.
And talking about enjoying it and it being rideable, if you were to go around it, which fence would you be looking forward to the most?
Well, there's probably two actually. There's the roller coaster, which is in rough piece, which we'll see later, which is a rail to triple rail to an oxer, and it's just the ground. It must be so much fun.
Yeah.
And then at the top of the course, there's a 4-part combination over a brush, double log, and it's on 2 humps. And that again, that type of thing, if you get that right, it must be fantastic feeling.
Yeah. And one last cheeky question. I don't know what makes it cheeky, but it is. As a spectator, aside from the water combination, because there's always a huge crowd around the water combination, what is the fence for spectators to be going to? Which one do you think is going to be the most impressive?
I think on the lints, which not everybody knows what that's the other side of this water, where there's another water jump
behind it.
And I think it's 18 ABCDE. That whole complex, and it's the furthest part on the course, but get in there, you'll see other jumps that are big and bold, or the other water jump, and next to the other water jump is the rail ditch arrowhead. So there's plenty to see over there as well. Don't just stay on this side.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much, David, for your time, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the rest of the course.
Absolutely, pleasure. Thank you.
So without much further ado, it's back into these easies for another go around the cross-country course before we got our first glimpse of Blenheim Palace from far away. It is so beautiful. You can see them setting up for another show beforehand. So it is all go here at Blenheim all the time, which makes this show even more incredible.
But I think going through the main arena this way, I can get the jumps to look a little bit bigger because they're going slightly downhill. And it's just a different take, and it should just feel, a little bit different and look different.
So hopping back into our convoy again, we passed by the arena where the Eventer Challenge is going to be held, and that looks like it's certainly going to be interesting and exciting. Before we saw some more jumps, I mean, look at those skinnies on top of those mounds. That makes them look huge. You wouldn't be catching me and Jensen jumping any of those. No, sorry, thanks. Then next we pulled up at where the other water jump is going to be. Now this is actually still sans water, so I'm looking forward to seeing what it's going to look like once the day comes.
So you can see why I do shout at myself sometimes for driving around where I shouldn't drive around. I mean, it just looks so pristine this year. you know, we've actually got green, so that's why we shout at everybody. The long, they come up and come round this way and jump the log, 4 strides. Some will try and put 5 strides in and have a glance off of the corner, and then it's 4 strides up to the skinny on top, which will have brush in it as well, so I can get maximum. It's all about, even if a fence isn't maximum height, it's about trying to make it look maximum for its placement. Okay, so I have been asked the question, you know, what is the difference between the short and the long sometime, or how do you prepare the 8 and 9 a little bit differently? And I've said, you know, readability, the extra strides. And here's another example of where they've come away from the water. We give them 2 single fences, so the canal turn down there, so the young class comes round, jumps another one before they do their next combination, which is just a little bit more thinking time, bit of a breather, and get back into a rhythm if they've not had such a good jump through the water. With the long, they just get the 1 single fence, and then they gallop along here, and this is A, B, C, D, E. This will be brushed up with a nice apron on the front, and there's 3 strides for the one on top of the hill, then there's 4 or 5 to the corner, and then 3 to the next one. This is when I was saying intensity, you know, at this 4-star long level, we've got to keep asking questions that are intense.
Right guys, so I'm just on the course walk now, and this is fence number 12. I'm not even kidding, that is bigger than a dining table. That is so huge, and that's before, so a lot of these fences haven't had their brushes put in yet, so these fences are going to look even bigger and even more impressive come Saturday cross country day. So I just can't believe it. I'm like, part of me is always going, oh, I wonder if me and Jensen could do that, and then I get to the fencing reel and no we can't.
Much like adding the brush and decoration makes a difference.
Mum, do you reckon me and Jensen could jump that?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I don't feel like you're being sarcastic.
Yeah, well, maybe not together.
So the better news comes from the fact that the cross country will be covered by Horse and Country TV. So if you guys are wanting to get a pass so you might be able to tune in, please check the description below, as I will have a discount code for all of you guys if you want to join in the fun. Right guys, so I'm here at the media day for Blenheim Palace International Horse Trials, and look who I've run into. Hello. How are you doing today?
I'm good. You know what? It's been such a good morning. I've enjoyed this a lot, so I'm very happy to be here.
So Flo, you're actually going to be competing at Blenheim, aren't you?
I'm really excited. Obviously not the 4-star. I'm going to be doing the Aventus Challenge, which is on the Friday. Really looking forward to it. I did it a couple of years ago, and it was just, it's the most fun. You can compete at a venue like this. It's really, really exciting.
It's amazing.
So I'm looking forward to that.
And you've had a sneak peek at the course you're actually going to be jumping as well. What are your thoughts?
They've moved it. They have moved the arena. It's now even more sort of front and central, which is really, really exciting. So yeah, I'm ready. For me, it's a sort of pre-run before my horse's first international competition. So it's like just what we need, a bit of atmosphere.
A bit of atmosphere. Well, good luck to you. I know I'll be heading there on the Friday as well, so I will hopefully be able to come see you.
Definitely, I'll see you there.
So yeah, good luck.
Thanks very much.
So moving on, we actually got John T. Evans to follow us on Instagram as well, which was so cool. Now, I am actually going to be on stage with John T. and Rhea Freeman at Friday at 1:30, so if any of you guys are there, please feel free to come along and see. But going back to the media day, it was time for lunch, which was amazing, with some amazing views. And I managed to get in some chats with the fashionista of the day and David Britnell, who's given us some advice as a rider. Right then guys, I'm here at Blenheim Palace. We've got back from the course work, and we're here with Tony Tebs from Rose Lily and their fillies. So I understand that you are going to be doing some what to wear for Blenheim Palace International Horse Trials this week.
Yeah.
What sort of outfits are we looking at here? I mean, I know the weather's going to be pretty hot for the rest of this week. So what are you thinking?
Right, so this week, if it was this week, there will be lots of summer dresses, shorts. Next week's getting a bit cooler, so hopefully we'll be able to add a bit of tweed into that. So
we do like a cheeky bit of tweed.
Yes, and especially because it's autumn winter now, there's lots of lovely new prints out as well, and kind of accents as well, which will go with nice scarves. So what I'm thinking is, I like the classic shirt look with maybe a pair of a tweed skirt with obviously F&F boots.
Oh, you've got to get the F&F boots.
Yeah. And also hats are always good in all sorts of seasons. So we've got the Baker Boy hats coming back massively this autumn winter. So I'd love to see on myself and on others, I think we're going to see quite a few of the Baker Boy hats in the tweed prints, or also classical colours, just monochromes, black and white. Yeah, so I'm thinking as well that maybe we could still see a little bit of summer in there with a few nice dresses. And
it's not autumn yet.
Not yet. We're not there just yet. So yeah, I feel like we're gonna have a nice kind of transitional time with this what to wear of Blenheim. Yeah, I think it's gonna be really nice to kind of get my last summer bit and my autumn bit together and just marry up somewhere nice in the middle.
Brilliant. And what days are you thinking about we're going to see you at Blenheim?
So I feel like hopefully that I'll be there Friday to the Sunday. That's fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed everything goes well.
Yeah, fingers crossed everything goes well. But Saturday to Sunday I will definitely be there. So if anyone's about, come say hi. And I'd love to see what you're wearing.
Well, if you're there on Friday, we'll have to meet up.
Oh, most definitely, yes.
Definitely. And I'll have to get your seal of approval for my outfit.
You always look amazing, darling.
Thank you. You look absolutely lovely.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for your fashion advice. And anyone watching before Blenheim, make sure to take that instead. Real. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Right then, guys, so I'm here at the Blenheim Palace International Horse Trials Media Day with David Britnell. David, how are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you.
Oh, good. And you used to compete here at the Eventer Challenge when you were younger.
Yep.
What's it been like going from that to competing at the 4-star?
So the whole idea was every time I came here, I'd always say to my mum, I'll come back and I'll do the 4-star one day. And she always said, when you're ready, son, I'm sure you will.
Yeah.
And then just gently progressed, keep going up the levels, keep coming back. Fences kept looking more achievable each time we came back. And then eventually the journey just sort of takes you there.
So you've gone from Pony Club to eventing legend, which is amazing.
I wouldn't say legend. I'm not quite at that level yet.
Don't humble yourself, okay?
But I appreciate it. Thank you.
And you've done the course walk today. What are your general thoughts? What do you think is going to be the most challenging part for our combinations that we compete in this year?
I think the water over the far side, you jump through the lake and then the water at the top looks really good fun. I didn't see it ride last year, but that looks like it will be enjoyable for sure. One water straight to another. And then you've always got that, I forgot what David called it, but the area where you come down over and then down and out over the Oxer, like the roller coaster type fence.
Yeah, I think he called it the roller coaster.
So those will be good fun. But I mean, the course is spattered with areas that you need to be riding forward. But I think they're two iconic bits.
Well, Brill, thank you so much. I really appreciate
You're very welcome.
Input. Thank you for talking to me today.
You're welcome.
And now we're off to the Palace tour.
Cheers, guys.
So moving on to the Palace tour, it truly was an awe-inspiring place. If you do ever get the chance to tour Blenheim Palace, I'd highly recommend it. It's truly stunning and truly a historic monument. I wonder if they let horses inside at any point for horse trials. It's something to keep in mind for the future. It truly was like stepping back into the past. All the oil paintings and tapestries, even the furniture was from the original time periods. It was amazing. And this particular room actually had Queen Charlotte with the Bridgerton spin-off filmed in it, which I find so cool. This was actually the dinner table that they used in the series. That is mad. So a lot of the rooms we were being shown around were the states rooms or the guest parlours that visiting people would have used back in the day. And a lot of the tapestries and paintings we can see on the wall feature the Battle of Blenheim, which John Churchill won against the French, which largely resulted in him being awarded the royalties to be able to build Blenheim, which is absolutely stunning. And then this is the Library of Blenheim. These books are so cool. So with the cheeky Palace tour as an added benefit to the media day, that is the media day concluded, and all I had to do was say goodbye.
Right then guys, so that is all from me today. I super hope you enjoyed watching this video. I know I enjoyed taking you along, going to do the course walk, which is absolutely amazing. So in awe of all the riders that will be going over that, because that looks like so much fun but so scary to someone who doesn't do eventing. And then also the palace tour was absolutely gorgeous as well. I feel like they've got enough room to let me move in personally, and I kind of wish I brought a ball gown so I could run around it in the true spirit of things. Plus Bridgerton was filmed here, like Queen Charlotte was filmed here, like what? But that is so cool. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed this video, and I enjoyed making it for you. If you haven't already, don't forget to get your tickets for Blenheim and make sure you make your way to the show. It's going to be so cool. And if you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is going to be uploaded. And until next time guys, it is goodbye.